Aries, this is not a drill. What you're about to hear is not a feel-good forecast. It's a soul-level alert, a final cosmic countdown. Because July 21st to 22nd isn't just another date on the calendar. It's the last spiritual checkpoint before a powerful shift in your destiny. Right now, the universe has drawn a line in the sand, and you're standing right on it. You have two choices: pass the test and ascend into a life of clarity, power, and purpose, or fail and spiral into the same painful loops that have haunted you for years. 3 traps are ahead, and they're not random. They're precision designed to hit your weak spots, block your flow, sabotage your relationships, delay your financial rise. These traps will test your reactions, your patterns, and your ability to choose growth over comfort. But here's the real truth. You were never meant to live an average life, and this final test, it's the universe's way of asking, are you ready to claim what you were born for? This isn't a message you scroll past. This is the moment your soul remembers, the moment you stop surviving and start evolving. So don't just listen. Lock in. Don't just watch. Absorb every word. Because what happens between July 21st and 22nd will define your next 7 years. Aries, your fire is needed now more than ever. The clock is ticking. Let's pull back, Aries, and look at what's really going on behind the scenes. July 21st and 22nd drop you right into a volatile energy portal, a cosmic pressure cooker where everything hidden gets exposed. Here's why it's dangerous. The waning moon is pulling old emotional wounds to the surface. Leo season is igniting your pride, ego, and buried insecurities. And most intense of all, Aries, your ruler, Mars, is squaring off with Pluto, the planet of death and rebirth. This is internal war. Your old self battling your higher self. Your past fighting your potential. The universe isn't punishing you, it's testing your evolution. Asking, will you repeat or rise? And this test isn't just personal, it's ancestral. If you pass, you break the karmic chain for your bloodline. But if you ignore the signs, you'll stay stuck in loops that drain your energy, love, and purpose for the next 7 years. This is bigger than a horoscope. It's a soul-level turning point. So ask yourself, Aries, are you going to react like the old you or respond like the future you? The stars are watching. Choose wisely. Trap number 1. The illusion of control, Aries. Right now, everything inside you is screaming, take action, push harder, fix it now. You're wired to lead, to conquer, to win. It's in your blood. It's in your soul. But here's what no one tells you. Your greatest strength can also become your greatest trap. And this week, the universe is baiting you with false urgency. You'll feel the itch to make that call, send that risky text, quit the job, chase the money, or force the answer. But Aries, that's the test. The more you try to force, the more you'll feel resistance, delays, mixed signals, dead silence. And here's the painful truth. That silence, it's not rejection. It's the universe saying, not this way, not this time. Because the illusion of control is just that, an illusion. You're not being asked to do more. You're being challenged to let go. Yes, you're fire. You blaze trails, break ceilings, start revolutions. But this week, your fire must become still, a slow burn, a quiet knowing. Because what's truly meant for you won't need chasing. You're not losing control. You're releasing ego. You're not giving up. You're aligning with divine flow. And that is real power. So here's your spiritual assignment. Write this down. Speak it over yourself every morning. I release control and trust the divine flow of my life. Say it like a command, like a prayer, like a prophecy. Repeat it when you feel triggered, when someone ghosts you, when the deal doesn't go through, when nothing makes sense. Because behind the confusion is a gift, a redirection, a sacred pause, A cosmic reroute designed to protect your destiny. Aries, you must understand. When things fall apart, it doesn't mean you failed. It means the universe is editing your story before the next chapter begins. The people pulling away, they were never meant to go where you're headed. The opportunities fading out, they weren't aligned with your higher frequency. The confusion, it's divine fog, blocking your vision until your soul catches up. And once you stop fighting the current, you'll realize the river was always flowing in your favor. Letting go is not weakness. It's proof that you're finally aligned with higher wisdom, that you trust that unseen forces are working for your highest good. So breathe, Aries, release the grip. Stop trying to control what was never yours to manage. Because when you surrender the illusion, that's when the real magic shows up. The right people, the right timing, the right path, clear, open, aligned, and you'll look back on this week and say, "Thank God I didn't force it." Say it with me one more time. I release control and trust the divine flow of my life. Let the fire rest. Your next chapter isn't about doing more, it's about becoming more, and that begins when you finally let go. Trap number 2, the return of toxic energy, Aries. This is where the real test begins, because this trap is not loud, it's familiar, it's comfortable. It wears the face of someone you once trusted, or something you once craved. This week, toxic energy isn't coming at you like a hurricane. It's sneaking in like a whisper, quiet, manipulative, disguised as maybe this time it's different. And that's the danger. Old wounds, old habits, old people, they're resurfacing, not by accident but by design. This is not the universe being cruel. This is a karmic checkpoint, a soul test. The question is simple. Have you really healed? Or are you just pretending? That friend who drains your energy every time they call? That relationship that left you empty but still lingers in your thoughts? That late night craving? That old habit you swore you'd never go back to? They're all coming back. Not for a reunion, but for a reckoning. Aries, this is spiritual warfare, and your response determines whether you evolve or repeat. It's easy to say you've changed when life is peaceful, but when the past comes knocking, that's when your growth is tested. You'll be tempted to reply, to re-engage, to slip back into old comfort zones. But remember, comfort isn't always safety. Sometimes it's a cage. The universe doesn't want your perfection, it wants your decision. Do you choose peace or drama, healing or history? Because here's the truth. If you let that toxic energy back in, you reopen the karmic cycle. You signal to the universe, "I'm not ready yet." But if you walk away, even when it hurts, even when you're lonely, even when every part of you wants to go back, you rise, you declare, "I've learned. I choose peace. I choose elevation." And that single decision shifts your entire frequency. It tells the universe, "I'm serious about my healing. I'm ready for the next level." So Aries, this is not the time to explain, justify, or fix anyone. This is not the time to keep doors open out of guilt. This is your moment to be unapologetically clear. Say this aloud right now. I choose peace over pain, evolution over repetition. Let that be your shield. And if they come back, smile, bless them, but keep walking. Because your peace is sacred. Your energy is not for recycling. And your growth, it's too valuable to trade for a few moments of false comfort. Remember, this is a trap dressed in nostalgia. And nostalgia is just pain with a soft filter. You've come too far to fall back into the same hole you crawled out of. Let silence be your sword. Let boundaries be your armor. And let peace be your guide. The return of toxic energy isn't your downfall. It's your opportunity to prove your evolution. And this time, Aries, you're not just surviving, you're ascending. Trap number 3, rushing your destiny, Aries. We get it. You're built for motion, for momentum, for results. You don't like waiting. You don't like standing still. You want the green light now, the answer now, the reward now. But this week, your speed could be your sabotage. The final trap? It's rushing the process. Impatience will whisper, just quit, just text them, just go all in, even if it feels off. But that voice, that's not your intuition. That's fear, wearing urgency like a mask. Aries, hear this. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. And what you're calling a delay is actually a divine redirection. You'll feel tempted to act impulsively. Quit your job before the next door opens. End a relationship without clarity. Make a bold financial move out of desperation. But this energy? It's foggy, clouded, emotionally charged. It's not the moment for reckless decisions. It's the moment for deep alignment. You're being asked to pause, not because nothing is happening, but because something sacred is being rearranged behind the scenes. The universe isn't ignoring you, it's fine-tuning your breakthrough. Right now, what you need most isn't speed, it's stillness. Stillness that allows clarity. Stillness that reveals who and what is really for you. Stillness that helps you see the trap before you step into it. Ask yourself, are you moving from faith or from fear? When you move too fast from fear, you end up repeating cycles. Rushing leads to regret. But when you move from alignment, even your smallest step becomes sacred. Think of it like this. You wouldn't yank open a flower bud before it's ready. You'd let it bloom in its own time. So why would you force your destiny before it's fully formed? Your spiritual mantra this week is, I move at the speed of my soul, not my fear. Say it again. Out loud, let it anchor you. Because when you honor divine timing, you avoid unnecessary pain. You stop chasing what was never aligned, and you give the universe space to deliver something better than you imagined. Aries, this is a rare moment of cosmic refinement, a spiritual holding pattern. And yes, it's frustrating, but only if you resist it. What if this delay is the thing that saves you? What if this pause is where your miracle is gathering momentum? What looks like nothing is actually everything shifting. So stop trying to jump into the next chapter. Close this one with grace. Pause, listen, trust. The path will light up when the timing is aligned. Right now, sit with the discomfort. Don't escape it. Don't distract yourself. Digest it. Because if you can master this moment, you'll enter the next one with more clarity, more power, and more purpose than ever before. The rush is the trap. Your peace is the key. And divine timing is always right on time. So breathe, Aries. You're not behind. You're exactly where you need to be. I move at the speed of my soul, not my fear. That's not just an affirmation. That's a frequency shift. Trust it and watch what happens next. Now, Aries, let's flip the script. You've heard the warnings, you've felt the weight. But what happens if you actually pass this test? Get ready, because the rewards aren't just emotional, they're life-changing. 3 major shifts are waiting on the other side of this spiritual trial. 1 soul alignment. Everything that felt cloudy suddenly becomes clear. You'll wake up and just know. That job, that person, that decision, it all clicks. The confusion fades and your path lights up like a runway at night. 2, financial expansion. Money flows where alignment goes. Random payments, unexpected opportunities. People say yes to you out of nowhere. You're no longer chasing abundance, it's chasing you. 3, spiritual awakening. Your intuition gets sharper. You'll see signs, symbols, synchronicities, and understand them. You'll feel more connected to the divine, to purpose, to your higher self. Aries, this isn't wishful thinking. This is cosmic law. When you pass the test, you elevate. You graduate from karmic cycles into quantum leaps. Time speeds up. Blessings multiply. You become magnetic. So if your heart is racing right now, if these words feel like a direct hit to your soul, it's not a coincidence, it's confirmation. You're already awakening. You're already remembering who you truly are. Stay with it. You're closer than you think. Aries, On July 21st and 22nd, the universe won't shout, it'll whisper. But if you're paying attention, you'll see the signs everywhere. Repeating numbers like 999 or 222. That's not just a coincidence, it's a divine alert. 999 means endings. 222 means alignment. You're being guided toward your next chapter, having intense, vivid dreams, seeing people who've passed on. That's your ancestors trying to connect, offering wisdom, protection, and truth. Feel a sudden door open where there was silence? An opportunity appearing out of nowhere? That's confirmation. You're passing the test. Or maybe you feel a deep, soul-level urge to walk away from something toxic. That's not fear. That's your higher self pulling you forward. These aren't random. They're spiritual breadcrumbs leading you to your breakthrough. Remember, the universe doesn't speak in words. It speaks in energy, timing, and alignment. So don't doubt the signs. Don't ignore the chills, the gut feelings, the synchronicities. You're not crazy. You're not overthinking. You're being called, and the question is, will you answer? Aries, let's not sugarcoat it. You weren't sent here to play small. You weren't designed for average. You were forged for moments exactly like this. You were built for battle. But this time, it's not a fight with the world, it's a war of the soul. And the enemy, it's not outside of you, it's inside. Doubt, fear, old habits, false comfort, toxic attachments. That tiny voice whispering, maybe I'm not ready. But Aries, you are ready. The fire in you wasn't given to burn everything down. It was given to transform everything you touch. You've carried burdens for far too long. You've questioned your path, your worth, your timing. You've silenced your instincts just to keep the peace. But now, the universe is offering you a portal, a door, a final test, a spiritual crossroad with only two directions. You evolve or you repeat. Let that sink in. Because July 21st to 22nd isn't just a date. It's your soul's deadline. It's your final spiritual checkpoint before a massive energetic shift in 2025. And what you choose to do in these next 48 hours will ripple across your relationships, your money flow, your mental clarity, your emotional peace, even your generational healing. This moment, it's not about reacting, it's about responding, not from the wounds, but from the wisdom you've gained through them. So what do you do now? You stop running, you stop shrinking, you stop blaming, and you claim your test. Yes, it's uncomfortable. Yes, it may feel uncertain, but growth never comes dressed in comfort. Growth comes in fire, in pressure, in choice. So choose boldly, Aries, light a candle, journal what needs to leave your life, write down your next level, how it looks, how it feels, then declare it out loud. Say it with your chest, say it like a warrior, say it like your future depends on it, because it does. Comment below, I pass my final test, I choose my destiny. Say it again, feel it, own it, because the moment you declare it, the universe responds. This isn't just a vibe, this is a contract. Between your soul and your higher self, between your potential and your purpose, between who you've been and who you're about to become. Aries, your fire is sacred. It's the kind of fire that burns bridges to your past and lights up the road to your divine future. But you must choose it. You must stand up emotionally, spiritually, mentally, and say, I will no longer betray my evolution just to avoid discomfort. And when the test shows up, because it will, in a message from someone toxic, in a financial delay, in the urge to run back to an old pattern, you'll remember this moment and you'll respond differently, powerfully, intuitively, because the new you doesn't chase, they attract, they create, they rise. July 22nd is the deadline. After that, the portal closes, and you'll either elevate into your divine timeline or fall back into the same karmic loop until life forces the next awakening. So ask yourself, are you ready to become unrecognizable to your past? Are you ready to shock your own soul with how far you're willing to rise? Because the old you, they didn't make it this far just to play it safe. The new you, you're a force, a flame, a prophecy in motion. This is your moment, Aries. Your fire is not a burden, it's your birthright. Use it, stand in it, choose yourself. Because you were never meant to settle. You were never meant to dim your light to fit in. You were built to lead the flame. So rise, your soul has waited lifetimes for this. This is your final warning and your ultimate invitation. Pass the test, claim your destiny.